Now, it's the weekend of love. So many of you will be waking up this morning with plans to impress your other halves with breakfast in bed.
We've the perfect recipe for you this morning. Chef Shane Smith joins us. You did mention, Shane, that we don't want to forget about the singletons out there.
There's a lot of us out there still, so let's not forget about them either. So singletons with big appetites, so we can flip it over.
Feel free to love your...
Absolutely.
Love yourself,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. We had a full loaf of brioche here this morning, and now we just got a few slices left. So there's been a lot of nibbling.
Sorry, there was photographic proof that it was Ian Doctor and Lisa Cannon, Tommy.
Brioche, French toast with cream cheese, maple syrup.
Yes.
Healthy start to the morning.
It is a good kickstart to a Sunday, exactly. So just going to heat up our pan here. We're going to multitask. So what we're going to start with is French toast, basically, is like soaked in egg and cream or milk. You can use whatever you want. I'm using brioche today because it's got a slightly more buttery finish. It's a little bit sweeter as well. It's a little bit more luxurious, but there's nothing stopping you from using sliced pan. If you've got a little bit of sourdough or baguette, you can use it again. Just cut it kind of thinly.
It needs to be white, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's nicer. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't want to be healthy and having breakfast in bed.
Don't have that whole grain nonsense.
No nonsense, exactly.
And this is a couple of days old.
I got this few days old. Exactly. If it's really, really fresh and then you try to put it into the liquid here, it kind of breaks up, and it's just better just to leave it out and let it kind of firm up a little bit. Okay. So basically in here we've got our eggs. There has been some in here already this morning, so we've tested it and it's working fine. Okay. So we have our eggs and we have milk, and we're just going to put in a little drop of vanilla. So again, we want to have a nice kind of build up the layers of flavours in there. So extract or essence, whatever you want. Now again, this recipe is a base. If you want to go all out, there's nothing stopping you from putting a liqueur in here. You know, you can put for breakfast in bed. It depends what time you're in bed.
Some bacon.
What's that?
Bacon?
You can put bacon. I don't know why I went straight for the booze. You could totally go for bacon.
Yeah, it can be savoury as well.
Absolutely,
when I was a kid, we used to always have it savoury.
Yeah, well, we didn't get it.
It's a great recipe.
It's quite posh.
Not with brioche and all that.
Yeah, that was posh.
Yeah.
Donegal, very posh.
Slice white, bit of egg.
So what we're going to do...
It's an easy recipe.
It's so easy. Yeah, normally people just kind of soak it in the egg and fry it down. So what we're going to do is we're going to build up the flavours here. Again, completely up to yourself. What we have here is a little bit of strawberry jam.
So you're jamming it, putting the jam on before...
Yes, before we soak it, because obviously then we'll kind of sandwich it together and then we'll soak it. It's a little bit more tricky. Yeah. But again, we had the cream cheese went down well this morning, I think, so we go with the cream cheese option. I also have peanut butter here as well. Yeah. Peanut butter is really, really nice.
For the Elvis option.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of cream cheese.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, I haven't sweetened this at all because there's enough sugar in the jam and obviously in the brioche as well. So we're just putting this in here. We're letting it soak on both sides. I'm just going to put a little.
That's how Bob Marley liked his French toast.
What was that?
Jamming. Jamming.
Oh God.
Jamming.
We walk into this all the time.
Oh, I know,
there's no
all
warning.
the time, and we still don't have a clue. Can I just say Heather Leeson, our nutritionist, is coming up later on, and she's giving a side eye about 2 foot away from Tommy at the moment.
She's having a canary.
Sorry, Heather.
There are berries going on top.
Yeah,
so what we have here is just some oil, and we put a little bit of butter as well, so the oil stops the butter from burning. Okay. And we're just literally going to shake off the excess because you don't want a little pool of egg either. You want to keep it nice and sweet. So again, about a minute or so on each side.
And it is quite filling, isn't it, Shane? So you wouldn't need to make 2 or 3.
It is, exactly. Like one slice, again, is we're going to pair it with a nice berry compote today. Again, if you want, you can put a little bit of whipped cream. Again, it completely up to your own taste. If you're a little bit unsure with the cooking of it or the egg or how long to cook it as well, if you're not just 100% sure, fry it on your pan until it's nice and golden brown and then pop it into the oven. So that way then what I have done, I have some here just kind of finishing off. Now, it will finish on the pan, but you just got to watch your heat. You don't want to kind of cook it too hot.
And will it be nice and golden because of the egg on top?
Yeah,
you don't need to put it in the oven if you don't have
Well, it's nice to kind of seal it, and then that kind of seals and gives that nice little kind of a crispy kind of crust as well.
Those are pretty thick slices, so you want to get it nicely cooked all the way through.
No, exactly. If you're putting in egg, you want to make sure that it is cooked through. So again, we're just going to
flip it over there. What about the cream cheese?
Cream cheese, well, that's going to hold in the centre. Okay. Again, so it is a little bit kind of just to hold it all together. Again, the peanut butter is quite stiff, so again, that will kind of just hold the 2 slices together. Again, as I said, you can finish this off on the pan. If you're not 100% sure, you can just pop it into the oven. So we have some here in the oven, but first I just want to show you a nice little compote here. Okay. So this literally, if you're getting some fresh berries, just cook them down. If you put a tiny little touch of sugar if you want, that naturally will bring out some of the juices that are in the berries.
Fresh or frozen? Can you use frozen berries? You know,
absolutely, you can buy the frozen berries. You can use them for smoothies or any of those as well. So you can buy those and just put them in.
Yeah,
exactly, really nice. A little touch as well, if you like a thicker consistency of a sauce, just put a tiny little bit of corn flour in there as well. So as it cooks, the sauces or the juice that will come out of the berries will naturally then kind of thicken up the sauce as well. So we're just going to move this over.
Are they mint leaves?
Yes, just to garnish it off.
Nice.
I think your love is judged by the amount of fillings and garnishes you put on. If you're just going to give one little bit, I think you kind of show off, I think.
Chucking a slice of toast in front of them in bed
it's not
doesn't
going to
really
work.
count. Are you a breakfast in bed fan?
It's the crumbs.
Well, not really, no.
Yeah.
It's the crumbs. I
crumbs.
can't handle crumbs.
My wife's the same. She's just to get those crumbs away. So
I just
Right,
the
yeah.
crumbs she said to get
I
away.
love the way I answer that. I'm like, oh, the crumbs. And no one's ever cooked breakfast in bed for me. I was just making that up there myself.
presume there's
I
loads of
presume the
crumbs.
crumbs kind of get in the way.
Did you ever go and make breakfast, bring it back to bed?
I've done that.
Just like-
Yeah. That's been a while back, though. We'll not get into that. It's a different conversation.
That's true.
Let's try and find you some love, Shane.
So today's
Go
the
pitch
day.
now. You've got 2 minutes.
Look at all he can do.
This is the sales
He's
pitch
such a
today.
catch.
Such a catch.
This was mentioned. This was going to happen. Anyways, moving swiftly on.
Honestly, if I wasn't married, Shane,
Yeah, I know, Tommy. Exactly. I
Me
could,
too,
I
me
could see
too,
a
Shane.
little house in Donegal.
Oh,
I could
we
just
live like
imagine.
kings.
we'd be so happy. We'd be so happy together.
So keep going there. What have you
we had
got?
nothing, but we were
You
happy.
cooking, me eating.
So
Match made in heaven.
have here is some of the berry compost. Just clean
Yeah.
that off a little bit. So again, just to spoon that over again. No, you don't want this too sweet. Again, you want the brioche to be the
Yeah.
sweet part as well. So a nice little bit of tartness in the berries.
Look, how cute is that?
That's
all the
that's
little
nice.
touches.
It's all a
Not
little
so
touch.
tinky.
So again, nice little bit of mint on the side.
syrup.
And again, a sprinkle of fresh berries again, just to add a little bit of texture. And then a small little drizzle. This is maple syrup, but again, there's nothing stopping you if you want to put a little bit of honey.
But it is all in the presentation. I mean,
Lovely
that's
stuff.
Yeah.
magnificent. If you just gave the French toast on your own, you might be.
All right, I'll give you first honour.
Thank you. Oh, I don't. Do we have the
Do we
knife
have,
before?
we have a
you
spoon
go.
here.
Just
make
have to hold it up and eat.
Yeah, it's like- just
Thank
like
you
a
very much.
sandwich.
Shane, you're going to be back later on making
Yes,
something
we're
even
doing
more
a
decadent.
beautiful Valentine's brownie. Probably not for bed. We'll save this for lunch.
Lovely.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Maybe.
Thanks a
No
million,
problem at
Shane.
all.